Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Come along on this little journey here. I've got a problem. I'm going to show you how I solved it, and getting it delivered is another issue. This is at, I think it's Bionic Hardware, downtown Cebu City, down near Cologne Street area. And I'm purchasing three 4x8 by 1/2 inch sheets of marine grade plywood. My problem is the noise that I'm getting primarily from barking dogs down on the street. And I'm off my balcony. So I got some sealer for the wood, got some paint, got a roller and brush, as well as a few other tools, some blades for cutting, and additional window and door seal. Now, first thing I do, I've lived in 5 different condominiums here in Cebu City. The first thing I do, because they don't have tight ceiling windows and doors, I buy what seems to be rather expensive, but this sealer was about 500 pesos for that, and I've paid almost twice that in some places to seal one door. 500 pesos being about 10 US dollars. Anyway, I've got on my balcony, I've got a large balcony in a condominium, and I get a lot of noise from barking dogs, some from loud motorbikes. I've got church across the way, a couple days a week. They make a lot of noise, although I sent them a nice email many months ago and suggested that everybody that belongs to the church will probably require hearing aids in the not too distant future unless they turn the volume down. And they actually did turn it down a bit. I think they're still damaging their ears over there, but you know, that's their business, I guess. Anyway, I have decided to. At first, I was going to move. After about over a year and a half here, I just decided that's it. I'm going to move. And I've looked around for a couple months, looked at a lot of places. I've put up videos of some of the places I've looked at. Found a couple places I really liked, but there was always an issue. There was a reason I didn't want to move in a couple of the places. It was because very restrictive. You could only have one guest at a time, for instance. And I occasionally have a couple over to visit for dinner, maybe once a month. And you might have to make an appointment to use the gym or the pool for 1 hour. And I'm pretty free where I'm at now. So just little different things, reasons I decided not to move. Anyway, right straight ahead of us, that's the park where Magellan's Cross is, that little gazebo type thing, whatever you call that, up ahead of there. And this is the downtown Cologne Street area. Interesting area. Each street kind of specializes in a different thing. One might have lots of flowers. One street has lots of bike parts. One street will be more automotive and motorbike type parts. One area you'll have a lot of vendors sitting out on the street. They're doing electronic watch repair, that type of thing. Another street will have shoe and leather repair. Really interesting down here. When I first moved here over 5 years ago, I told people I wanted to come down here. Hello. A lot of people said, "Oh, sir, no, it's too dangerous down there. You don't want to go down there." But after a couple months, I decided I was going to go down there. I've been down there. It can get very, very crowded during normal times, during this present economic crisis. There's many fewer people out there, but any place you're at, you want to understand your surroundings and keep your valuables tucked away. So that's just you should do that anywhere you're at. I can say I've never seen very many foreigners, expats, or tourists down in these areas. I guess that's the fear factor. Over time, over a number of years, this landscape now here, because of the economic situation, a lot more people living on the various streets in Cebu City and around the Philippines, I'm sure, probably around the rest of the world for that matter. More people living in their cars. I know Los Angeles, I think, has California has over 50,000 homeless that they're aware of, probably double or triple that, really. I can't keep track of all of them. They got tent cities set up along canals, downtown in the street areas. So let me get back to my problem. It's the noise, and on my balcony, I've got a pretty large balcony, 4 to 5 square meters, I believe, and I'm going to use the. It's all glass. It's all glass windows facing east, and I get a lot of the morning sun, which is nice. Except it really heats up my bedroom when that's shining in. So I built kind of a curtain, a sunscreen out there for part of it, insulated a little bit of it. But I'm going to put these 4 by 8 sheets up against. There's just one section that is the actual door, sliding door. You go out, and I don't need all that light and sun and heat coming in. So I'm going to place that up against and kind of seal that outside. And I've bought more plywood than what I really need, so I'm going to put one of those sheets on the inside as well. And what I've found as I put them out there, even before I attach, I've noticed a huge difference in reduction in the noise decibel level, just having the sheets of plywood leaning up against the windows partially. So because this is not my condominium, I'm not going to attach them permanently, of course, but I will attach them in a temporary, secure fashion. And I'm very happy already with the results I'm getting. These sheets of marine grade plywood were about 500, right about 500 pesos, $10 each, half-inch 4 by 8. The delivery cost was 450 pesos. Gave them 500. That building there is the block residences, primarily targeted, marketed towards students, I believe. I've done a video about that. I've got over 800 videos, many of them doing reviews of condominiums, so take a look at those videos as well. And these sheets of plywood would not fit in the elevator. I thought they would. I thought I had figured it out that they would fit in the elevator. They did not. I was going to carry them or hire somebody to carry them up the stairs. The security guy says, "We'll do that. We'll bring them up later when we have time." And so I paid them as well for taking care of that. Appreciate that. It's a lot of steps to be carrying something up. Now, people have asked me before, how do you get something delivered if you want to move? What are your arrangements? Are there moving trucks here? Basically, ask the locals. Somebody knows somebody that has a truck or van or something, and you can rent jeepneys. You can rent. There are vehicle renting places. You can rent cars and vans, and just depending upon what you need, rent the van and a driver. Very easy to do that as well. This lumberyard did not. Their own driver was not available, so they had a couple of other people that work independently.
Hello.
They called one of them, and in less than 10 minutes, he was there picking up our goods. Everybody, I'm using my phone as a camera. I forgot my regular GoPro camera today, so it did a decent job, except for the noise. I had to turn the background noise way down. And not only has the plywood blocked a big part of the noise, but it has also reduced my use of my air conditioner, I've noticed, which surprised me. I thought I'd already taken care of some of that, but I've done a couple of videos about noise control. That was my profession back in the U.S. for quite a number of years. Got a couple videos. I'll link one of those to the end of this video. If you want to take a look at that, there's lots of ways to do noise control. Anyway, basement here, and here's a look at what I've accomplished. You can see the louvered windows up above, and of course the spaces, they allow any place air can come in, noise comes in. So those louvered windows let a lot of, even closed as tight as I can get them, they let a lot of noise in. All the areas around the glass doors let a lot of noise in. Um, so anyway, I even just having them leaning up there now. Now I've got to paint the rest of them and properly install them. Still have a little bit of gap up top, but even at that, it's doing a lot more than what I expected actually. So anyway, thanks for coming along, and take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.